Hey, it's Brian from Guardian Bikes. Does your bike look like this? You might have installed the fork backwards and forgot to turn this around when you were first assembling the bike. So this is how to fix that. First thing is you're going to want to take the handlebar off. So take the 5mm Allen key that came with the bike and start loosening these bolts here. So once this handlebar is off, take this part right here, it's called the stem, just turn that around so that your brake line is going straight into the frame. And when you put the handlebar like this, you should see now all of the cables are just going straight into the frame like this. And if everything looks like that, now you can start attaching the handlebar again. First thing you want to do, don't worry too much about the angle and the adjustment of the handlebar yet. Just get these bolts started in with your fingers. Again, make sure that the washer is on these bolts. And just tighten them in with your hands at first. Once you've got them just hand tightened in, now you take your tool, and here's where you want to make sure that the handlebar is not too far left, not too far right, but you should see these little humps, these little grooves right here. Just make sure with your eye that those are equal on the left and right side. And make sure that the angle of the handlebar is such that your child can easily get their hands around this brake lever. So once that looks good, hold the stem plate there and start getting these things a little bit more snug, but not all the way tight. Just start to get them snug so that it holds the handlebar in there. Now there's a gap here and a gap here. You want to take a look and just make sure that those gaps look like they're closing at an even rate. You don't want this gap to be almost shut and this gap to be wide open. You want these two things to be fairly even. So to do that, as we continue tightening, just tighten a little bit in a cross pattern like this. Again, you're not tightening it all the way, but you're just getting it a little bit tighter. Go through and do that a couple times, cross pattern. And as the final step, take the tool and get each one snug, again in a cross pattern format to keep everything tightening down equally. Once you've done that once, go ahead and do it one more time. Just get everything nice and snug. Once everything is nice and snug, you're done, and now you're ready to ride.